Hi Neil, Sean here in the very heart of London, bringing you a very quick roundup of all your latest breaking royal news that matters to you. Hi, good morning, how are you? I hope you're keeping well today. Also, by the way, can I just say thank you to someone who directed me to trying those Fortnum and Mason jams. Yes, very expensive. I did treat myself, but it is one of those things, isn't it? Once you've tried a really good jam, it's very hard then, isn't it, to, shall we say, go back to the budget versions. The budget versions, of course, are the ones that I have to buy. I think we all do, don't we, really? But truly, it was absolutely sensational. Blackcurrant. And but it actually tasted like blackcurrant. I'm guessing homemade jams are the same, am I right? Delicious though. Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. Interesting this, well, there's a few pieces actually that we want to share with you today. It's always difficult, isn't it, particularly when you take over a huge role, and more importantly when you're taking over a huge role of our late monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. That's what happened, as we all know, with His Majesty King Charles III. But it's poignant moments really that really sort of bring it home, hit home to you about the seismic change in your life. This happened earlier this week when the brand new dispatch boxes were delivered over to Windsor Castle with the brand new cipher on of course, King Charles III. According to a very good source, and as ever we have to say allegedly, but this is rather moving I think, it was very difficult for King Charles to see or not actually have his late mother's cipher on the boxes. After all, he'd seen them for 70 years like so many people. Fascinating when you think about it. But according to a good source, apparently it was suggested that maybe he could even have them made into special cufflinks because he was so attached to them. According to, as I say, the source, he said, you know, it's something that you see every single day and you just take for granted, but when they're removed, it really brings it home to you exactly how things have moved on and changed. And of course, we want to keep the other part of that conversation private, but you can understand that of course he was rather emotional, obviously. On different news now, it looks like someone else is about to be a huge success over in the United States of America, and we wish her truly well. We're talking of course about the Princess of Wales's mother, Carol Middleton, who's launched her party pieces, which she set up way back in 1987 in something of a shed. So they say. The sort of idea was inspired really by her own children, and how when she was invited to certain parties she couldn't find anything that really fitted the fun side of things, you know. So the idea really was to just come up with things like that, escalated and turned into a mega business. Now Carol's got a problem though, because she decided, or they should have said the company that she's partnered with, the first of many I've been told, to have life-size cutouts of Carol Middleton in the stores. The trouble is, people are stealing them. You can understand that really when you think about it, because they are rather unique, and more importantly, she is the mother of the future Queen of England. Apparently a few have popped up on certain social media sites for undisclosed sums, so now they've decided to put them behind certain counters. As I say, party pieces in America is the first sort of link up with one major chain, but apparently it's going to be the first of many. People were saying, but the company lost money last year. Lots of companies lost money during the pandemic. Work it out, who could truly have parties, friends round and social events? Hence the reason there was a slight loss. Interesting the way the media paint certain stories, isn't it? And finally, will the Princess Royal be the one tuning in to see her son-in-law, Mike Tindall, now that he's in the jungle? We're sort of getting a lot of backlash for going into the jungle, a reality TV show over here called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Apparently though, she's fully supportive behind him, thinks he'll do well because he has a lot of stamina all through his sportsman-like years. Obviously a lot of people are saying, oh well, you know, he's trading on the royal status. Can't help it really, can he? You know, he wants to do something with his life, wants to fill his days, and more importantly, these people are going to offer him cash. It's a totally different setup to the other ex-royals, should we say, Harry and Meghan, who constantly use their titles, whereas Mike Tindall is simply by association. He's not got any royal cipher, royal title. He's mainly going into the show because apparently he's a fan, but more importantly, he's been asked many times, and he figured as he got to this point in his life, basically a certain age, he felt that if he didn't do it now, he would never really be able to do many of the trials that are set forward to him. Will Mike though be your king of the jungle? Looking at the lineup, I'm basically saying the favourites could end up being Boy George and Mike. There's really only two big runners out there. The rest of the people, it would be very hard to know from an international point of view, an international audience point of view, should I point out. But Mike apparently is in it to win it. You're up to date with all the latest breaking royal news that matters to you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.